Hey there guys, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope your week got off to a good start. Monday's just kind of a practical day, running errands, paid some bills, did a few things, going through emails, just typical Monday stuff, and thought it was about time to do the video for the day. Today I want to talk about understanding my raw food diet. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, how about going down there now and hitting that red subscribe button? Then go click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. And go to look down in the description below, you'll see my store, rawtropicallivinggear.com, and you can buy this shirt and more. I got a lot of vegan stuff in there. This one just happens to be, this is one of my favorites here, no mud, no lotus. Number of design, in a number of colors, and actually have it on different products. I think we got it on some tanks as well. So anyhow, understanding my raw food diet. Sometimes I just like to do these little clarification videos because people don't know how to go in between. It's like when you say something, they'll sometimes take one little thing or they'll take one aspect of it, or they just generally don't hear it in the way that you meant for it to come out. Okay, now I do a lot, I've done a number of these videos, well I've done them the whole time I've had the channel, but I'd say in the last month or two, I do a lot of stuff talking about, the raw food diet, don't obsess about that. Don't make the big deal being about the raw food diet. And then I think people go completely the other way and think like I'm just like, oh yeah, do whatever, eat whatever. And I'm more or less like that. It is about being practical, and it is about what people are actually going to do and not what they strive to do. So what I share a lot is just from a practical aspect because I know human nature and I know what most people are going to do, and I've watched it play out in front of my eyes for the past few years. Everybody shooting for the top and maybe getting up out here. So, like I say, we can always take it to another stage. I always want to recommend to people, just try to learn how to do a rational, learn the basics of a plant-based diet. And then you can go as raw as you want. But, I'm not throwing raw under the bus. I'm not, people really aren't paying attention when they say he's not raw anymore. I've always pretty much had the same attitude of raw since the beginning. Now, I have been more raw at times, and there's reasons for that. There's practical reasons and applications for that. And to be quite honest, until I came and spent a couple of years in the States, and I still don't, I didn't understand all these people that were just fanatics in places that were, not really that hospitable to this lifestyle. But I believe in the healing effects of raw. Listen, I've talked about, it's been a long time, but I've mentioned, I know I've mentioned a long time ago, the healing pyramid. If you look at the real healing pyramid, as the closer you're going towards the top, for real healing, and I'm talking about here, when I'm talking about healing, I'm talking about somebody that has a serious health issue, maybe even a life-threatening health issue. And basically the body healing itself is about energy. It's not about what you're eating. I love all these people that say, well, eat this if you have this and do this. And yes, I'm not saying that's totally irrelevant. There are some cases like that, but it's mostly about getting out of the body's way, letting the body really activate all the forces it's got for healing. And it's all about energy. Everything's about energy. Everything's about energy. There's nothing out there that's not about energy. And it's just simple to me. And I'll tell you something, and this is just me. Like I say, I like to, when people think I'm going to zig, I like to zag. When they think, oh, he's moving away from the raw, then I'll come back and slap you in the face with some hardcore raw stuff. But no, and once again, just for me. But if somebody asked my opinion, or if I, knowing what I know now, had some real serious disease or health condition, I'd go to the top of the top. I wouldn't be screwing around. I'm not going to be like, well, I'll get away with eating this. There would be no comfort food. There would be no, oh, well, I don't really like this, so I'm going to eat this. No. If it was about, a health crisis, something that threatened my life or greatly threatened, my, what am I trying to say? My condition, the way I was able to live my life. Oh yeah, I'd go right to the top. I would do some of the stuff that I'm always talking about, and people think it's all or nothing, Would I juice feast or juice fast? In those conditions, yes, because it's about the energy. And the more we eat, the heavier we eat, the more energy it takes to digest that food. The more blood goes to digesting that food. Ergo, the less energy, the less blood going towards healing the body and letting the body do what it needs to do to repair. So yeah, you bet your ass if I had something serious like that, or once again, only if somebody asked me, and I would be sure and tell them like, well, this is not a professional opinion, but if you're asking me what I would do, this is it. And yes, I would do some of the more what some people call extreme things. I don't talk about fasting. I don't like this like casual, oh, everybody's fasting, everybody's detoxing. I think that's BS. I'll just put that straight out there. But once again, serious health condition, yeah, I'd probably go straight to a water fast, depending on what it was. I mean, you know, once again, I got to think of all these qualifiers in there because somebody will come up with an exception. But yeah, more or less, like I would probably work my way up through that pyramid. I'd go, you know, I'd clean myself back up a little bit again. You know, maybe just go hardcore mono fruit for a while, then go juice feast, then go water fast. But that, like I say, once again, that's just me. But then again, and just to clarify my position, no, I'm not doing feast and fast just to say, oh, just for the hell of it, it's good for me from time to time. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Not saying that. Just not my thing. That's a healing method. That's a healing modality for me. Another time, fully raw. Go back, guys, if you haven't seen it. And actually, I did eat a bit more cooked food in the mountains, that last location I was in Costa Rica. But if you go back in my videos like 3 and 4 years ago when I was in Playa Jaco, which was in the beach in Costa Rica, and I would still come back to visit my mom every 3 months. I was fully raw 3 months at a time, and the only reason I would eat cooked is because I'd come back here to Alabama. And you know, well, number one, back then I wasn't living here, so I wouldn't go scramble around all the time making my whole mission for the 2 weeks I was here about finding food. So, you know, I just did what I did. But, and it depends on which area I go back to. You take me back to Costa Rica tomorrow, and if anybody wants to pay for it, I'll prove what I'm talking about. I'll tell you what, if you want to challenge me, just buy me a ticket, take me down to Costa Rica. I'll slip back to fully raw, boom. One day, there ain't gonna be no, oh God, I missed this, oh God. No. It's just like flipping a switch because I've stepped into different circumstances and I eat differently. I'm just like any other animal. An animal has what they will eat if they're given the best circumstances, and an animal will survive. An animal will eat. Come on, you see, you see animals in garbage cans. You'll eat what you eat to survive. But yeah, getting back to the tropics, I go back to fully raw in a second, because number one, I'm getting good fruit down there. There's fruit everywhere. There's a good variety of fruit everywhere. I'm not eating just 1 or 2 fruits at a time. And it, like I say, it's everywhere. The climate is right for it. Besides the fruit, just having the variety of the fruit, I got enough of the fruit, enough volume and enough different fruit to actually get my calories in eating raw. I mean, when I lived in Jaco, you know, I could get my calories. Sometimes it wasn't optimal, but I always knew I could get my calories because I had my places around town. Even if I just had to like say, okay, I've been a little short, or I'm not going to get to eat too much today, I'll drink. I'd drink orange juice. I could go get fresh squeezed orange juice, or fresh or squeezed that day in 2 or 3 locations in Jaco. And I would, you know, I could always get my calories there. Or I could go, even if I wasn't at home, I'm out and about shooting surf video on the beach or working or whatever I was doing, didn't have a chance to be around the house cutting up fruit, having fruit. I had places I could go in Jaco and just buy pre-cut mango, perfect mango in little chunks, and I'd just sit there and eat like $5 worth, which was an ungodly amount. I don't even want to know. I mean, that was like some serious calories in there. So yeah, we go back to the beach in Costa Rica tomorrow, or certain areas in Costa Rica tomorrow. Actually, just Costa Rica, definitely for a year, since I've been gone from home for a long time. Even if I went back to the mountains in Costa Rica, I'd probably be about 99.9% raw. There'd be that occasional cool night where the wind was blowing and it was raining a little bit and it was in the high 50s, upper 60s that I might make a very clean soup, but no, it would be pretty much raw. So like I say, I'm situational. I do the best I can where I am. I do the best I can under my circumstances. And, you know, that's just the only way we can really do this lifestyle. I'm not going to do foreign stuff, you know, just, I think a lot of people out there do shit just for their YouTube channel or for their social media. And it's like that, yep, but I can be fully raw here. Yeah, you can be fully raw here, there, but what's it really doing for you? You know, you don't have that pop like the people that are, you know, that do fully raw and that have the stuff they need at their fingertips to actually do it and be thriving on it. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's a lifestyle of the tropics. I'm a lawyer. I could have been a lawyer. I can trap people when they start going this natural way, and they'll talk about how it's our natural way to eat, and it's you know, being in the tropics is natural. But then they're trying to do it fully raw in some unhospitable environment, and that totally blows their whole natural in the tropics type thing. People don't want to hear this. This is a lifestyle of the tropics. You know, it's where you're going to thrive in the tropics doing this. I'm not even interested, to be honest. I'll do them for filler, but like I hear people talking about certain types of fruits that are not tropical fruits, and it's like, It's kind of like back when I used to be a partier. You go to the bar for the night, early in the night, you're looking for people to maybe, you know, leave with, and your standards are a little higher. Then you get a little closer towards the end of the night, and you're like, yeah, okay, well, I'll take what I can get. So we do the best we can under our circumstances, and that's all we can really do. But definitely don't ever think that I'm throwing the raw thing under the bus. I'm just throwing the approach that most people take to this raw food thing under the bus. Do it responsibly, do it rationally, educate yourself, and don't get all your information from crazy old dudes like me that are just babbling on the internet. Publish stuff, people with credentials. Having that MD, like in Dr. Esselstein's thing and Dr. Greger's thing, that MD ain't always a bad thing. So anyhow, just my take on this lifestyle as it always is. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.